Hey, SKOL Vikings family. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? Imagine this. US Bank Stadium shaking like it's Ragnarok, as our boys in purple deliver a stone-cold 31-0 shutout against the Washington Commanders that has Commanders fans checking if their team remembered to show up. Yeah, you heard that right. A total domination that snaps us out of our slump and lights a fire under this season. I'm your die-hard Vikings voice here on Vikings News, buzzing with that electric energy because if you're not hyped after this one, check your pulse. Stick with me through these 15 pulse-pounding scenes, where we'll break down every turnover, every touchdown, and every reason to believe we're roaring back. Who's ready to relive the glory? Drop a SKOL in the comments if you're as fired up as I am. Calm as a Viking longship slicing through fjords, Harrison Smith seals the deal with interception number 38, swatting away a pass from Marcus Mariota like it's yesterday's mead. With just 5:05 ticking in the third quarter of our epic 31-0 thrashing of Washington, this 36-year-old secondary legend, our rock since 2012, snags it right in front of Treylon Burks, beaming that cool confidence we've loved for 14 years. It's his first pick of 2025, the team's 5th overall and 2nd that day, echoing his last grab in Detroit's Week 18 finale last season. And man, does it feel like vintage purple people eaters magic. It's been a while, so just getting your hands on the ball, no matter the chaos, it's pure fun. Smith says post-game, standing cool as ever by his locker in the US Bank tunnels. Eye black sharp, rocking a t-shirt shouting out his old teammate Anthony Barr in bold purple and gold. Barr, the retired beast, was there blowing the Giller horn in a classic number 22 jersey, honoring our longest-tenured warrior. Smith reflects, "That's my guy. Playing with him was some of the best times." And get this, he thought he'd snag a pick right after Barr's end-zone interview. Moments later, boom, destiny delivered. That thievery? A blast from the past that pumps 509 career return yards into Smith's ledger after his 11-yard jaunt, wishing he'd held for a better pitch to the D-line. 4 plays later, McCarthy lasers a 6-yard TD to Josh Oliver. Their second connection of the day, his second of 3 total in start number 7. What do you think, fam? Is this the spark that turns JJ into our franchise savior? Hit the comments. I need your takes. Flashback to the game's fiery start, where Washington's opening 83-yard, 15-play march stalls at our 2-yard line like a stalled longboat in a storm. 3 straight incompletions, 1 even to their own O-lineman, force a turnover on downs, and suddenly the Commanders' rhythm is shattered before it even builds. They ground out 107 yards on 23 carries at 4.7 yards a pop. But those critical flubs? Yeah, that's the dagger our defense twisted, turning potential points into purple momentum and setting the tone for a shutout for the ages. Our response? A masterclass in clock-chewing fury. A 19-play, 12:01 drive that feels like an eternity in Valhalla, capped by Jordan Mason's rush for a 14-point lead. The 9th longest drive in NFL history since 2001. Harrison Smith nails it. It can be deflating for them. I don't know if it was, but it's a massive deal. This sequence, right after their goal line woes, flips the script, sucking the air out of Washington's sails and handing our offense the keys to the kingdom. SKOL to that kind of grit. Doesn't it make you proud to bleed purple? And here's the hook. While the Commanders nursed their wounds, our D feasted with 3 takeaways, 2 sacks, and stonewalling 7 of 10 third downs plus 2 of 3/4. We're the first team in 33 years, since the '92 Broncos, to blank a foe right after getting shut out ourselves. What a rebound. Fans, if this doesn't scream playoff push potential, what does? Let's dive deeper into the defensive dominators next. Stay locked in. Enter the purple heartbeat. McCarthy, our 22-year-old gunslinger, drops a career-high 129.2 passer rating in his 7th start, threading 3 TDs with 0 picks, his first turnover-free gem. He stood tall in the pocket, delivered dimes, and scrambled like a Norse god. Smith raves, adding, "He looked his most comfy all year." Huge step forward. From that early 7-play, 61-yard opener for 6 to mixing runs and passes in the clincher. JJ's poise turned pressure into points, facing 4 sacks but emerging unbreakable. Picture this. McCarthy's second TD hookup with Oliver not just pads the score but fuels the fire. His 3 scores a personal best that has Vikings Nation chanting his name. We rushed 34 times for 162 yards at 4.8 average, owning a near 10-minute time of possession edge including kneel-downs to ice it. Coach O'Connell beams. Felt good playing to the standard our fans deserve. Proud of the consistency and unity. Who's your MVP here, JJ, or the run game? Shout it out below. Your voice amps up the squad. But wait. The D's symphony of chaos didn't stop at Smith's snag. 3 takeaways total, including back-to-back picks that birthed 10 points, and they held firm after Washington's late punts and 3-and-outs. Eric Wilson, thriving in his second Vikings stint wearing number 55 for Barr, tallies 6 tackles and dishes. Everything clicked. Offense scoring early shifted mindsets, and we played as one unit. Hard, smart, together. Even special teams fired fast. This is team ball at its finest, folks. Pure Vikings poetry. Layer in the sack squad. Our D's notched 2+ pressures in 11 of 13 games this year, and week 14, they harried Jaden Daniels into oblivion. Fresh off a month-plus elbow dislocation from Seattle, Daniels goes 9-for-20, 78 yards, 35.0 rating before limping out mid-third. We presented schemes they couldn't answer, O'Connell quips. Wilson and Jalen Redmond each bagged 6 stops and a sack. Redmond's blast a thunderclap. Commanders' rush attack? Solid yards, but mistakes buried them. How's that for defensive swagger? Tell me, Purple Peeps, what's your favorite D play from this massacre? Now, the enigma we call Gink steals the spotlight. Andrew Van Ginkel bats down Daniels' 4th and 3 desperation fling at our 19. Then unreal tucks and trucks 40 yards toward Paydirt, echoing his 24 opener and London heroics last fall. Caught just shy, but that run back? Electric, with Isaiah Rodgers' block on Daniels, brace yourself, re-aggravating that elbow on the turf. O'Connell jokes, first thought. Shocked they threw his way, while Smith hails, classic Gink, the best I've seen at, turning picks to house calls. What a sequence. It sparked the shutout soul. Daniels exit, cue Marcus Mariota for 2 of 4, 30 yards, and straight into Smith's veteran Webb for that game-sealing INT. Van Ginkel's scoop and score vibe flipped the third quarter into purple dominance, turning a potential Commanders rally into dust. Great to see that athleticism shine, O'Connell adds. Fans, imagine if Gink scores, stadium explodes. Did this play give you chills? Drop your reactions. Let's relive it together on Vikings News. Tying it all together, those back-to-back thefts. Van Ginkel's bat-down beauty into Smith's cool snatch. Don't just pad stats. They forge legacy. Off the picks, we tack on 10 points, melting Washington's final drives like ice in Muspelheim. Late third punt. Then a 24-yard advance ends in Javon Hargrave's hustle. 3rd and 6 blitz strips Mariota. He recovers at the 17-turnover city. McCarthy and the crew then grind 8 minutes away, runs and passes in harmony. This D didn't just play. They possessed the game, forcing errors at every turn. Hargrave's fumble-forcing punch, veteran fire that embodies our no-let-up ethos, turning sideline scramble into shutdown mode. With Washington goalless, our 31 points felt like a coronation. Team game through and through. Wilson echoes, offense, D, specials all synced. Purple faithful. Isn't this the blueprint we've craved? What's one adjustment you'd make to keep this rolling? Comment now. Your insights fuel the fire. Honoring the ghosts of Vikings greats, Smith's 38th pick vaults him past Joey Browner, that 80s all-decade enforcer, for sole 4th on the franchise INT list, now leading actives by 3 over Kevin Byard. He defined safety play, physical, turnover machine. Honor to chat with him, Smith says humbly, trailing only Ed Sherrickman's 40, Paul Krause's 53, and Bobby Bryant's 51. All Ring of Honor icons. Harrison's on Hall of Fame heels since 2012. At 36, snagging number 38, that's Eternal Warrior status. This milestone isn't solo. It's woven into our secondary's shutdown saga, where Smith's calm under fire mirrors the legends he chases. Browner's 83 first-round grit, Smith's channeling it, turning 14 years of Purple loyalty into history. What do you say? HOF lock by 2028. Vikings News wants your Hall debates in the comments. Let's build the case. As the clock winds down, our final drive, methodical mix of ground pounds and short slants, seals the 31-0 masterpiece, kneel downs and all, with that 162 rush yard dominance owning the clock. O'Connell's opener hits home, proud of staying the course, united in the locker room and beyond, living the standard fans deserve. From McCarthy's 3TD clinic to the D's 3 fair of takeaways, this wasn't revenge. It was rebirth. First shutout win post-shutout loss since '92. 3 games under .500. Details, momentum's ours now. That possession edge? Nearly 10 minutes of control, grinding Washington into submission. Hargrave's late strip recovery sparked the clincher. But it's the collective roar, from Barr's horn to the final whistle, that echoes. Felt like playing to win for the ages, O'Connell adds. Fam, doesn't this taste like playoff hope? Share your post-game vibes below. What's next on the slate? Diving into the vibes, Eric Wilson, back in purple, repping Barr's 55, sums the synergy. Offense lit the fuse early. Once they scored, mindsets shifted. We were locked in, playing hard as a unit, football's team ball, and specials started hot. 6 tackles, a sack, and that everything clicking flow? It's the recipe for our 11 of 13 multi-sack streak, pressuring Daniels into early exit and Mariota into errors. Washington's complementary football? Non-existent, per their coach, our chaos reigns supreme. Redmond mirrors with his sack and stops, but Wilson's nod to Barr ties eras. Teammates 17-20, now honoring the legacy in every snap. Defense together where we should be. That's the win, he says. This isn't flash. It's forged steel. Purple Warriors, who's your unsung hero, Wilson or Redmond? Tag a friend who needs this recap. Post-shutout glow turns introspective with Smith's locker room wisdom. I black fading but spirit soaring in that Barr tee. Look at standings, face reality. But KO's message, what would high school you think of playing today? Resonated deep. NFL's fun, so own it. At 3 under, optimism surges. This blanking reignites the hunt, blending grit with joy. Smith's subtle smile cracks emotion. Motivation's internal. Fans roar the fuel. That high school callback? Pure gold. Reminding us amid the grind why we love this. Make it fun, he urges, and after 31-0, mission accomplished. From vets like Smith to rookies like McCarthy, unity's the thread. What's your why for Vikings fandom? Spill in comments. Let's connect. Wrapping the Warrior tales, Anthony Barr's Gyllerhorn blast wasn't just spectacle. It was a portal to glory days. His number 22 classic jersey, a beacon for Smith and all. Best times playing with him. Harrison shares, that pick syncing with Barr's interview energy like fate. Retired but repping hard, Barr's presence amplified the shutout soul. Purple through and through. In a season of storms, moments like this anchor us. Smith's, I thought I'd get it right after quip? Chills, athleticism taking over, as he puts it, wishing for a sharper return but nailing the steal. Barr's style? Horn-blowing swagger that pumped the stadium. Fans, remember his sacks and stories? Who's a retired Viking you'd bring back for a game? Your picks in the comments. As we charge toward Dallas next Sunday night, this 31-0 thunderclap, McCarthy's mastery, Smith's stone, Gink's gallop, sparks renewed fire in our 3 under sails. First blank after being blanked in 33 years? Historic resilience, turning -15 turnover woes into +3 treasure. O'Connell's together beyond football rings true. We're building something unbreakable. Vikings News is your pulse. What's your bold prediction for Cowboys? Optimism's viral. Spread it. From Washington's goal line ghosts to our clock-killing conquests. Every yard screamed, we're back. Daniels' darts derailed, Mariota's mishaps mined. Our D's 2.0 sacks per game average? Unstoppable. 3 TDs from JJ, 162 rush yards. Offense owned it. Purple peeps. This isn't just a W. It's a statement. Who's riding this wave with me? SKOL, Vikings family. If this recap had you fist pumping, smash that like button, drop your hottest takes in the comments, subscribe for non-stop Vikings news updates, and share with your fellow warriors. What's one play you'd replay forever? Tell me below. We're in this raid together. Hail the Vikings. Until next time, keep the purple flying high. Alright, one more hype layer before we charge on that 1201 drive. Longest since San Francisco's 1305 in 21. Time of possession as weapon, deflating foes like a true siege. Mason's score sealed the 14-0 bulge, but it was the build-up 19 snaps of precision that broke spirits. Smith's big deal understatement? Classic cool. Understands the psychological punch. In a league of explosions, we mastered the slow burn. Fans, ever been part of a stadium silent drive like that? Your stories fuel the lore. Comment them.